Well, Prime Month is almost over, but that doesn't mean we can't talk about queer characters. There are a lot of queer characters out there in the world. So many queer characters, but we can't talk about all of them because we would be here forever and ever 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 and ever. Plus, we have to get things done before Pride Month is officially over and done with because holy crap. Pride Month, man. This Pride Month, to be honest, it kind of sucks because, like, Donald Trump ruined Pride Month. We can't be prideful anymore. But that doesn't mean we can't have a rainbow flag. Invincible rainbow flag. Corporation bad. Ooh, that's a bad one. But in any case, though, for Pride Month, I'll wrap things up with the top 3 queer characters. So, without further dalliances, let's get into it. Top 3 queer characters. Let's go. Number 3. Double Trouble from She-Ra. Why are they not at number 2? I don't know. Anyways, Double Trouble from the new She-Ra. Yes, Double Trouble. They're quite troubleful. They're quite troublesome, you know. Double of them, you know. Clone them all. Anyways, Double Trouble. They're pretty good queer villains that are not a villain because they're queer, but because of, like, you know, stuff I can't get into because of, like, you know, She-Ra. And Lily Orchard will be upset with me if I mention She-Ra. So, like, she hates action adventure fantasy, even though she clearly forces herself to action. Which I can mention, you don't do it in the first place. But that's an entirely different issue. I'm not going to talk about that. Okay, you know what? Maybe I am a pussy for not talking about Lily Orchard, but that's because it's top 3 queer characters, not top 3 Lily Orchard's mistakes. But let's not talk about Lily Orchard, let's talk about Double Trouble. And Double Trouble is a pretty good queer villain. That's not a villain because of their queerness. Usually I'm not a big fan of, like, you know, queer characters being villains, you know, because that's an outdated trope, you know. But hey, we have had more recent queer villains in recent years, like stuff from like Hell of a Boss and like Drain from the upcoming Farfetch'd to a series. So there's that. Pretty cool, you know. But anyways, so that being said, if there were a villain, if there was to be a list of like queer villains, Double Trouble would probably be on that list. But like. Who knows? Maybe Lily Ocho would be upset with them if we're doing that, but enough of all that. Let's just move on. Number 2, Angel Dust from Hazbin Hotel. Almost said Hell of a Boss, but technically they're the same universe now, so yeah, Angel Dust, our tall, gay twink that we love to bang. Unfortunately, that's Huck's job, you know? Husk! Hush! I became Tony Evans there for a moment. Not the pastor, the wrestler. Hush! Anyways, Angel Dust. He's been through a lot of abuse, and apparently we can't talk about that because he's a bad character for accepting that abuse. That's bad, you know. This list sucks now. I can't make good lists anymore. I can't make anything good. I can't make anything good. I need to get good, lol. Like Goosework says, but you know what? Fuck that shit. I'm already good enough as it is, so there you go. Anyways, enough all that. I'm a good person, you know, for putting Angel Dust on this list because I find him hot, you know? And he's probably a good queer character, you know, before exploring like abuse, you know. Maybe we'll get more of that in season 2. I don't know. But anyways, number 1. Number 1 is Luna Loud from the Loud House. She's a personal favorite queer character of mine because for a time I was relating to her. I related to her. I like rock music. I was bisexual for a time. And we were both about the same age. So overall, yeah, pretty good stuff. Yeah. She's quite a relatable character, you know. We're sort of about the same age, you know, if you age up her character to a current day, you know. And she could be a perfect girlfriend for me, just like she is for Sam. Even though a relationship isn't really all that explicit, you know. I really don't like queer representation that isn't, like, you know, explicit at all. Like, you know, those type of queer representation that's sort of like, they say it's explicit, but it's not really like, you know, big explicit. It's like really subtle, you know, like, I'm not really a big fan of that, you know. I need my queer representation to be like super explicit, you know. If I were to write a queer character, you know, I would have their representation be like really explicit, you know. Like, I'm all about the queer character, you know. I'm starting to like, you know, like, like gay couples, like we need more gay couples in like animation, and not only that, I'm also interested in like putting the disposable black love interests and making them non-disposable, and like putting them in there like with like a throuple, like I'm interested in like throuples, like instead of like a gay couple and a sideline female character, we can put the female character into that couple and make it a throuple, like yeah, that's pretty cool if you ask me. Yeah, it's very cool indeed. That's how I would write a queer throuples, I like queer representation, I'm a queer guy, I like what I like. I like the guys. I like the girls. I like the trans. I like the non-binary. I like the gender fluid. I like what I like. Even though there's probably a lot of stuff that I don't. I like other, like, what's a two-spirited one? I don't know what that's all about. But anyway, so I'm sure I can explore a different variety of queerness. Oh no, wait, Pride Month's almost over. Might as well wave this imaginary pride flag. I still can't find the pride flag anywhere. Like, my room is still messy as of this video's taping, and I probably can't find the queer flag. It might be buried under here. It might be in an entirely different room. Who knows? Okay. Maybe it is an entirely different room. I might have to find it soon. But anyways, with all that being said, thank you all so much for watching this video. And I will see you guys next week when we start our mid-year music list. Yay! And with that, thank you all so much for watching again. I will see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.